We follow band member Kimberley Walsh, whose lifelong passion is to star in the epic West End musical Les Misérables.
When I was 12, I got a part in Les Mis, and then ever since then I've just really loved musicals.
She'll have to fit months of training into a grueling 3 weeks in both London
We'll work on that.
and the theatre capital of the world, New York City.
Beautiful!
Kimberley may be a successful pop singer, but she'll discover that musicals demand a whole new set of skills. Acting through song,
I could have been a student too.
and a totally different singing technique.
It's a completely different thing to singing pop songs. So hopefully I'll be able to get the vocal cords going again.
She may have the passion, but with so much to learn in so little time, will she even get past the audition?
We can start quieter.
It's day one, and Kimberley's on her way to her first singing lesson. But why musicals?
Musicals was where I started off, really, and you know, I loved it, and that's where I really got the kind of bug for singing after I did Les Mis when I was 12.
She has a genuine love for musicals, and always has since the day I met her.
Kimberley is suited to musicals like tea and biscuits. Like,
The best one was we were on tour on the iPod. She put her iPod on, and all the R&B songs have run out, and guess what starts coming on? All these musical tracks.
she knows every single musical, every single song.
It's like Les Mis on her iPod. What do you do? Sit and listen to Les Mis? She's funny.
Kimberley's got just 5 days before she auditions for Les Misérables, and the prospect is daunting.
This first singing lesson is really, really scary because I'm going to really know in the next hour whether or not I'm good enough to do this, possibly. And if I'm terrible, then it's going to be a really short documentary.
Kimberley's singing teacher is internationally renowned Mary Hammond, who has coached some of the finest singers in musicals, ranging from Chicago and Cabaret to Billy Elliot and Miss Saigon. And she's under no illusions about how hard it is for Kimberley to get a part in Les Misérables.
I don't think the creative team are a soft touch. I think if they feel that a paying audience aren't going to be convinced of her as a character, that they won't ask her to do it. The fact that she's in a pop group is either here or there to them.
Quite scared, actually, now.
Kimberley has a right to be nervous, as Mary has a reputation for being a very tough coach.
Hi.
Kimberley,
Yeah,
nice
nice
to
to
meet
meet you. You okay?
You ready for this?
Just about, I think. Oh.
I'll tell you something, Kimberley. You'd be more comfortable without those shoes on.
Okay.
I'm going to kick them off a minute.
Okay.
Do you know why?
Not too practical.
Do you know why? Because, you know, when you sing, it's about balance. Mind you shot down a foot.
Yeah. I know, I'm really only that big.
Yeah, but
Mary starts off the lesson as she means to go on.
I think next time we meet, it could be an idea to wear
Something a bit more comfortable, yeah.
then
Tracksuit or
tracksuit,
something.
yeah, because, you know, theatre is about really rolling your sleeves up and getting on with work.
Yeah.
Really. I want you to breathe out to a sibilant S, imagining you're keeping a balloon in the air.
The type of singing she'll be expected to do is so demanding that Mary has had to take Kimberley right back to the basics of breath control.
Good, brilliant. In pop music, I don't know if you agree with me, you don't have such long phrases, you can breathe, you have a lot more choice about where you breathe. Would
Yeah,
you agree with
definitely
that?
much more so than musicals.
When you're singing music that's written by a composer, you have to satisfy what they want. It's a completely different thing. So you have to make your breath serve whatever the piece is.
Yeah.
So we can then. Okay. Yeah.
These are the techniques that will stop her running out of breath mid-song.
Release. You sound a bit dry today. Did you have a glass of wine last night?
I did actually. How did you guess that? We actually went to the theatre and we had a glass of wine, but I can feel it. I feel a bit hoarse.
I mean, it's not that you have to live like a nun, but if you're given opportunity, sometimes you have to sort of do the best you can.
Yeah, no, that's
And
fair
I mean,
enough.
it's not a question of drinking, it's a question of alcohol dehydrates.
Whilst Kimberley goes through the exercises, Mary has a chance to hear if her voice is up to the task ahead.
I mean, having listened to you, I think the voice as a voice is good. It's like if you're going to do any kind of gymnastic feat, you have to train for it, and you have to practice.
I will do.
I know. Well, you better, because it's you that's going to have egg on your face if you don't.
Don't remind me, I know. Why did I do this to myself? No, it'll be worth it.
This was an ambition
prepared
of
to
yours.
put whatever I need to put into it. I want to do it. I really do.
Good, because then it will interest me to help you. Otherwise, it wouldn't be. There'd be no point, would there? Really?
No, not at all.
First lesson over, and she may have got Mary's seal of approval.
That was scary.
But there's a long way to go.
I'm a bit overwhelmed about the amount of work there is to do in the time we have, which doesn't mean I think she can't do it.
I think I've got a lot of work to do, but that's fine. I don't mind. I will work hard.
She's good, but even so, they're not going to compromise their show, and it's their choice in the final analysis, and I can do as much as I can to help, but I can't get her the job.
So will Kimberley be up to scratch for an audition in just 4 days?
It's very easy with nerve to just feel you've got to belt it out, and they're not looking for that.
Or is she out of her depth?
It's far too much to take in.
Girls Aloud's Kimberley Walsh is hoping to fulfil her lifelong passion to perform in the West End musical Les Misérables. With her audition for the show in only 4 days, her first lesson with vocal coach Mary proved that she may have bitten off more than she can chew.
I'm a bit overwhelmed about the amount of work there is to do in the time we have.
Her first vocal lesson has rekindled memories of her musical childhood. So along with boyfriend Justin and sisters Amy and Sally, she decides to dig out the family archive for a trip down memory lane.
How old are you then?
Don't know, I think I might have been about
20?
14, actually. 13, 14.
At 12 years old, she played one of the child characters in a regional production of Les Mis and loved every minute of it.
Done.
Oh, you're so cute. Sally, you forgot on the table. I had a whole table of merchandise and memoirs that stayed in my room. A shrine.
No, not your room.
Our room. A shrine to
wasn't
Les
in
Mis. Had the big signpost at the back, the doll, the photo album
The cup,
strewn,
the
the
mug.
picture, the mug, the sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Everything. I forgot about that. That was a bit weird. I really did enjoy the experience.
Next morning, it's straight back to training. Her singing teacher Mary is well aware of how hard her audition for Les Mis will be. It's unlike anything she's ever done in Girls Aloud.
It's acting and singing together. So the fact that she's been in a girl band, no disrespect, is neither here or there to them. She would have to be totally convincing, and there's certainly some work to do there. We'll just have to do as much as we can in the time.
With only 4 days until the audition, there's no time for mistakes.
Have you still got my score?
I haven't got it with me today. I've forgotten it. I got the tape recorder out to do my exercises.
Oh, I've got another one, you're lucky.
And so the intense vocal lessons begin.
I know that he is blind.
It's very easy with nerve to just feel you've got to belt it out, and they're not looking for that. Your voice has to express what you want as an actor. Cut out the milk for a couple of days.
I'm thinking about the words, keeping in time, emphasising certain words. On my own.
That's a statement, isn't it?
Yeah.
So let's try again.
Certain parts of my voice when it needs to switch. Well, I've lost my way.
Regret what wrong. That gives us another. So you're making the arch mistake, which people do, which is to slow down when they're trying to emphasise a word.
It's only in my mind.
My mind, say it for me.
My mind.
Consonants. You're nearly there. Good girl, Ken.
There's so much to think about.
It's great.
I'll be all over this time tomorrow.
Absolutely. To be honest, I think you peaked then, and I'd rather send you home. I think you've really worked hard at home, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
All the things I gave you.
Yeah.
Do you feel more comfortable
I
technically?
do. Technically, yeah.
Because that's what we want.
The lessons are over, but something is still nagging Mary.
Accept who you are. Just dress very simply tomorrow. I will.
Yeah, no, I felt like these were a bit in the way today.
Well, I tell you what, they didn't bother me, but I think they disturb people's concentration.
Yes.
Just go looking very simple.
Yeah, I will do. I'm going to really go for it tomorrow. Massive hoops. Tight, you know, tight, skin-tight clothing. No, I'm not really. I kind of agreed with her about the earrings. They were kind of jangling a bit today, and I was thinking, yeah, these won't be part of my outfit tomorrow.
There's no more time for training, but has Kimberley learnt enough?
I just hope that she's able to show them what she can do, because auditioning's an unnatural situation. You never get used to it, but I've got every hope she'll do fine.
Having to give her vocal cords a rest before tomorrow's audition, Kimberley decides to take boyfriend Justin to see Les Misérables.
I did want to bring him to see the show and stuff so that, well, yeah, I don't know whether or not I get it or not, at least he'll kind of know what I'm working towards.
Get it.
Don't say that, especially not.
I've sorted it out. I've made the call. But no, definitely a lot of practicing has been going on in the house. A lot of belting, a lot of sore throats from too much singing.
Yeah, I keep getting told off, don't I? Keep saying to me, just, that's enough now, just rest it. Don't come crying to me if you've got no voice in the morning. Thank you.
Kimberley and Justin settle in to watch the epic tale of passion, power and tragedy that is Les Mis. The show draws to a close, and with her audition in less than 12 hours, it's an emotional experience for Kimberley.
You need to sort out.
I know.
There's some serious things
I think it was all just getting a bit too much.
Yeah, but even at the beginning, before there was...
That's what I mean. I think the stress was like a release. I might actually just like really go for it tomorrow in the audition, like, you know, tears and everything. Just give everything and just hope that they feel sorry for me. Yeah, let her in the show for a night. It's fine. She obviously really wants it.
Well, as soon as you've done it, you'll be so happy that you've done it, and I can't imagine that it will be anything but good news.
It's the morning of the audition, and the nerves are truly kicking in.
I went straight to bed with the best of intentions and didn't sleep at all. It was awful. You know, when you just getting yourself so worked up because you want to sleep and you know you need to get to sleep because you've got to be up and da-da-da, and then the more that you worry, the less you can sleep. And I gave up in the end, to be honest. Oh, I can just relax tonight. It'll be over with one way or another.
Kimberley's always wanted to be in Les Mis, so she will throw everything she's got at this.
If it's a big deal, she does get quite nervous.
She will be absolutely bricking it.
I just try to say to her, like, do you know what? You've just got to try and say to yourself, get on with it.
This is her one and only chance to impress the creative team. If she fails, her long-held dream will be shattered. She is being auditioned by Les Mis resident director Mariano Dietrich and musical supervisor Stephen Brooker.
Coming in.
Thanks for inviting me. Thanks for having me.
First of all, we'll go through the song, see where it sits, and see what we need to work with.
Okay.
Just start on the
On my own.
Okay. I'm going to kick my shoes off if that's all
Yeah,
right.
yeah, that's great.
On my own, pretending he's beside me.
There's a lot of things that you're looking for. First of all, you're looking for somebody who looks like what you imagine the character should look like, somebody who could obviously sing it and sing it very well.
His arms around me.
It's always nice to have somebody that we actually don't think about when they're singing, but just listen to what they're saying. So somebody who's capable of singing through those phrases and telling us a good story.
The pavement shines like silver. All
The song starts well, but as she hits the high notes, nerves are affecting her delivery.
my life, I've only been pretending. Without me, his world will go on turning. A world that's full of happiness.
If you start too loud, you're never going to make it.
Yeah.
I know it's only in my mind.
The second time seems more controlled, but now Mariano wants to see if she can take direction.
It's about describing what she does on her own when she's walking through those streets. It's the only time she's happy.
Okay.
Without moving anything, just tell me. I'm your best friend, and you're telling me a secret.
On my own, pretending he's beside me.
A grueling 30 minutes later, and the audition is over.
Thank you so much.
To add to the stress, she has to wait for a phone call for the verdict.
I'm all right.
Having given it her best shot, she goes to unwind with bandmate Nicola.
How are you? How's it all been going? Really?
What was it like?
Are
you scared?
I was a bit scared. I was a bit scared, but I managed to just about hold it together. I could envision myself like
Being sick.
on my own. You know, when you get that gulping thing or that dry mouth and you can't get your saliva going.
Is it like so far removed from what we are?
I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm not in Girls Aloud at the moment. I actually feel like I've been transported out of our normal world back into like as if I've never done anything before, and I'm auditioning again because it's so different.
You're not sheltered at all, are you?
No, not at all. And
It's
even
actually
like for us,
in the big bad world.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's bad. I don't like it.
I don't like it. The other day I was thinking, I've got a job. I have got a job. Why am I doing this to myself? I put myself through this once already to get here. I'm glad that's over and we'll just wait and see what happens.
Hopefully they'll say yes.
Oh yeah.
They will.
It's the day after the audition, and Kimberley is waiting for the phone call to find out if she will finally be a part of Les Misérables, her lifelong passion.
I don't know what'll happen, to be honest, if they don't offer anything. We're back to square one, which is not good, because that might mean another audition, and I think that might just kill me.
For her audition, she sang the solo On My Own from one of the show's most popular characters, Éponine. Éponine was a big influence on Kimberley's love for Les Mis.
When I was in Les Mis, when I was younger, that was always a part that I thought, when I'm older, maybe I can play that. But at the same time, I can totally understand that I wouldn't be able to do it in 2 weeks. Just wouldn't be possible.
So Éponine may not be an option, but Kimberley desperately hopes that her audition has secured her a place in the show.
If they did give me the chance to be on stage and stuff, I think I would really enjoy every minute of it. I loved watching it, absolutely loved it. It just made me remember how, you know, how much I did love it when I was younger, and I still do. Hello?
Hi, Kimberley.
Hi, yeah.
Yeah, it's Mariano. Listen, well done. You did really, really well. We're very, very happy with what we got out of you in the audition.
Yeah.
And we would very much like you to be a part of Les Mis. We would like you to be in the show. And also, by the end of the show, we would like you to sing On My Own in full costume, in character.
Right.
And in full lighting, so that it feels as you've done the solo.
Great news, but now the pressure is really on. So now she's only got 2 weeks to rehearse for the complex group ensemble, Lovely Ladies.
Smelling through the smoke. I don't know the fucking word.
On top of that, she'll have to master Éponine's big solo.
Think about the words a bit more.
She's got her work cut out. Girls Aloud Kimberley Walsh is very close to fulfilling her lifelong dream of appearing in the world's longest-running musical, Les Misérables.
Thank you.
With only 2 weeks to perfect her performance, she's straight in for a costume fitting. She'll be playing 2 roles. The first is a 19th century Parisian whore in the group ensemble Lovely Ladies.
Oh, that does work, but yeah, I might need a bit of extra help for the night, I think.
Next, it's time to get dressed up in the role she has always dreamed of playing, Éponine, a street girl who sings about her unrequited love.
Not quite the same as our Girls Aloud fittings. I think they have to be a little more careful when they cut things, but we do still we do cut things off like this. Slightly less glamorous, but I've still got the waist belt, so I'm happy. I've been wanting to wear this outfit for years. It's great.
She may only have a fortnight to perfect her performances, but she has to put her training on hold for 2 days for a Girls Aloud video shoot in Los Angeles. After filming all day and night and with little sleep, an exhausted Kimberley heads from LA to New York City, the theatre capital of the world, where she is due to work with some of the best trainers behind Les Mis on Broadway. But first things first...
I cannot wait to get to bed. I can actually just see it in my head. I can't wait to get in and get some sleep. And hopefully I'll feel like a normal human being tomorrow.
I gotta testify. Come up in the spot looking extra fly.
The solo she will sing as Éponine is vocally demanding. On such a punishing schedule, Kimberley could risk damaging her voice. So she goes to see Liz Caplan, the vocal coach behind many of Broadway's biggest shows, including Wicked, Footloose and Hairspray. Liz has taught most of the Éponines in Les Mis and will help Kimberley hit the big notes.
Yeah,
Let me give you a hug.
Hi.
How are you feeling?
I'm pretty tired, actually.
Have you done a lot in a short period of time?
Yes, and I think with the jet lag and stuff, it's just, you know, trying to wake myself up.
We'll go ahead and do a really gentle warm-up and make you feel really comfortable in your body.
Good idea.
Yes, what do you
Sounds
think?
like a good plan to me.
Okay. Stretch the tongue out by wagging it outside the mouth. That's a great breath. Touch the tongue.
Having worked on the body, it's now time to get the vocal cords moving.
Our most important job is to make sure that the vocal muscles are warmed up so that at least we know that whatever you're going to do is not going to cause any harm.
Yeah.
Bite down on your pinky nail, and we're just going to sing yee, yee. Yummy, pinky for dinner. Yee. Lovely instrument, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm telling you.
Once warmed up, it's time for Liz to teach Kimberley some tricks on how to hit the big notes in her solo.
There was one sound. Oh, blind. Because blind is not I, but it's an ah. That's how you can sustain those big notes.
Okay.
Do it with us together.
Yeah.
And although I know that he is blind.
It felt like I hadn't blasted them out for ages, so I was like, ugh.
But at least we know that we were warmed
It's
up, so
there,
you're not
yeah.
going to get hurt.
It is coming out, but it obviously doesn't feel as easy to me as it maybe should.
I've only been pretending.
It's pretending.
Thanks to Liz's expert tuition, Kimberley is ready to belt out some of the biggest notes of her career.
Beautiful.
Ah.
That was really, really connected.
I enjoyed that one, actually.
I'm glad. You start feeling like there's a lot more power.
Yeah, and I tried to.
Because you have got the vocal chops to do this song.
Before I started this kind of challenge, I suppose, I actually didn't realise that I could even sing that high. I didn't know I could sing all the notes in this song.
What a great surprise.
So it was really
must
nice,
be.
yeah. Sometimes you do lose confidence for a few days for some reason, and it takes for someone to kind of be like, oh no, you really can do this, for you to think, oh, it's fine, I'm fine, kind of thing. And she really made me feel like that.
Okay, big hug.
Kimberley, along with her manager Hilary, have a few hours off to take in some of the sights.
Wants to be a nice place to practice. Don't know if the rest of the people would appreciate it though, so oh God, I'm going to get myself knocked over, I know that much. Can you believe where Hilary's bringing me, everyone? Wait. Bondage. All the faces are together and you're really sort of in it all, aren't you?
With only 8 days to go, next day, it's back to training. The first piece she'll be performing is Lovely Ladies. To give Kimberley a greater understanding of her character, she meets with Michael Pizarro from the Broadway production of Les Mis.
We're going to try to learn a little bit of Lovely Ladies, yes. One of the big production numbers in the show.
Yeah.
What do you think that number is about?
Prostitutes. And it's kind of, I think it's done in a really quite funny way.
It would be great if I could just kind of see, based on what you know about the show. This is the easy part.
It's not easy being a whore on your own. Then I've got all the rest of the guys around me, it'll be fine.
Just jump in, give it a go.
What, we don't know what key or anything it is.
No, just whatever key's comfortable for you.
Lovely ladies waiting for a buyer, waiting for the customers who only come at night. Lovely ladies ready for the call, standing up or lying down or any way at all.
Great. Just to give you an idea of the amount of detail that we try to instill amongst our company here. So, for example, prostitutes of France in the 19th century. They were despised by everyone in society. Prostitutes risked their lives daily to perform the act, to oftentimes feed themselves or others.
Yeah.
How many men do you think you've had so far?
Well, I'm not really up on how many you can fit into a short space of time, but I'd say that it would be maybe a couple of hours, so they might have done maybe 2 or 3 if they're having a good night.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you think you have a good night all the time?
Probably not, no. Which I would imagine is not good.
So just with some of those little details that I've given you now, just really jump into it.
Okay, I really have no idea what I'm doing. This is so... I'm liking it.
Give it a try.
Yeah. Lovely ladies waiting for a buy, waiting for the customers who only come at night. Lovely ladies smelling through the smoke. I don't know the fucking words.
You know what? Even with the little bit of talking that we've done here, you could already see how that information and those details helped you. Your body language was different. Your vocal quality was different. I'm going to give this to you as our gift to you.
Oh, thank you. At least I can do the groundwork before I get back to London.
It'll be fantastic.
I'll be a great whore by the time I get into the show.
Something in her being has locked into this material in a really positive way, and she's got it.
If I was doing it in my bedroom, then probably have been fine and I wouldn't have cared. But it was quite an intimate situation, so it was probably the most embarrassed I've felt so far. But you know, hey-ho, get on with it.
What better way to end her whirlwind New York visit than to go to the theatre to watch the Broadway production?
Yeah, that's it. There you go. Being here and stuff, being on Broadway and feeling the buzz of it all. I think it's amazing, it really is. It just makes me think, you know, they must just feel so happy to be doing that job every day, just walking down here, going into the theatre every night. It's just amazing.
Back in London and straight into rehearsals for her performance in less than a week. Kimberley's got a lot to master in a very short time. She'll have to learn her exact positioning for the Lovely Ladies piece.
Wait there for a second.
Right.
This money in your hand, your cue would be. Do you mean
as well as perfecting it vocally.
Ready for a thick one or a quick one in the park? Got a raucous, rough edge to it.
Wait for the customers.
This is the worst thing about it.
I just didn't want to sing a thick one and quick one. That was why I forgot the words.
Love him. She's saying, I love him for the first time.
She then has to get every detail of her big solo as Éponine just right.
You're walking very elegantly. She's a street girl, so her walk is...
Start the drive straight away.
I think basically you're expelling too much air. So take the breath after, I love him, but every day I'm learning.
There's a lot to take in, and Kimberley's finding it hard.
Just getting it in my head.
With only 3 days before the big performance, it's time for Kimberley's first rehearsal on the Les Mis stage.
I am always early, and this morning I could have been late. I was that tired, I was contemplating, just thinking, oh, half an hour late, it's not that bad. But I couldn't do it, so I could drag myself out of bed.
This is where she'll be performing her 2 pieces in front of a paying audience.
It feels really exciting to be backstage. It's got like a really specific feel to it and smell. Got a lot of colours, but
You've paid an awful lot of money to conduct the show.
I was just really enjoying myself there, dragging all the notes out.
No conductor with the band?
Oh, no. Oh, none of that business. You must be joking. Just get the notes out in the middle of the dance routines. And when I lose my way, I close my eyes, and he has found me.
So just because the word eyes is easy and sounds nice, you've made it twice as long as every other word.
Okay.
Trees are barren everywhere. The streets are full of strangers.
Go back to the top. Go back to the top.
Seems it's quite quick, isn't it?
You went da dee da 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 dee da 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 dee da 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 dee. Yeah.
Okay, just keep it.
Yeah, just keep it going a little bit.
Yeah.
Even though she's obviously done her homework, you know, it's very, very difficult to come on stage and just do it. So I think she's doing very well. I mean, there's a long way to go.
I know that he is blind.
But with Kimberley needing every vital moment until the performance, there seems to be a problem.
I've been working quite hard, and the jet lag is, you know, creeping in a little bit, and my voice is getting a bit tired.
She'd normally have months to learn her parts and so needs all the rehearsal time she can get. But if Kimberley's voice goes, her Les Mis journey will be over.
I'm now genuinely concerned that if we work tomorrow and all day Friday with the orchestra, we might have a very tired Kimberley on our hands. So I've, with the other executives, I suppose, decided that we should have a day off.
She's under-rehearsed, overtired, and on the night, she'll have the added pressure of performing in front of her family and friends. Will Kimberley's childhood dream become a real-life disaster?
God, I just feel like there's far too much to take in.
Pop star Kimberley has crammed months of training into just 2 weeks to appear in the musical Les Misérables.
Just getting it in my head.
The big day has finally arrived and she's just hours away from living her dream.
Only about 8 hours to go till I actually sing the song.
Without a moment to lose, it's straight into costume.
No one's gonna know it's me, it's fine. Just hide behind the wig.
And she'll be meeting the cast for the first time.
Finishing touches. It's a bit embarrassing because I'm the only one that's wearing it for this rehearsal, but I need to know if I can, you know, if I can do everything in the outfit and stuff, so.
Hello, everybody. Can I just introduce you to Kimberley? Come here. She's been...
At the moment.
Just probably feeling really embarrassed. Just the hair and the costume.
Yeah.
Let's go and get into positions for the opening of Lovely Ladies. Yeah?
Lovely Ladies is the first of 2 pieces she'll perform tonight.
You stick to what we rehearsed and you'll be absolutely safe there. Okay. Yeah?
This is the only run-through she'll have with the cast, so she needs to put all she's learnt into practice fast. Time's up for the Lovely Ladies, so it's back to the dressing room for her Éponine costume.
Yeah, there's quite a lot to remember, but I think it went all right.
5 minutes. Yep, if that.
At the end of the show tonight, Kimberley will be performing Éponine's big solo, On My Own.
Guys, may I ask you to... We're gonna just walk through On My Own.
She'll be under the scrutiny of the public, friends and family. But for the moment, she's got the added pressure of singing it in front of the entire Les Mis cast for the first time.
Now we're gonna do a couple of times so you can start getting used to what you're gonna hear.
Yeah, okay.
How does it feel? Nervous?
Good, yeah, I feel nervous, definitely nervous.
Yeah, well, you're doing really well.
It was cruel that we were all in the sides watching, because I think it's much harder to sing in front of your peers. And tonight there'll be an audience there that are willing her to do well, and as they do every night.
It doesn't seem like a hard song, but the control that you have to have singing it is, you know, it's quite immense, and it's a tough song.
Let's do it again. So we'll do it in full lighting, yeah?
There may only be a few hours to go, but the instructions are still coming thick and fast.
If you try and force it too much, it just becomes a bit unrealistic.
Now that you're getting used to the sound that you're getting on stage, forget about listening to it.
Yeah, I know.
And go for the words.
Yeah.
The bottom part of the beat is love, yeah? So we've just cut off.
But I think you should just think about the words a bit more.
It's all getting too much for Kimberley.
She's suddenly realised what she's taken on, which is a monumental task. But I mean, I think she's suddenly exposed her feelings to herself. So we sort of needed to do that, really. I think she was so sort of tense this afternoon.
It's a very nervous day for her, and what she's doing is letting go of those nerves by having that reaction, and that's exactly where she should be.
The last rehearsals are over. Back in her dressing room, the cast have left her some surprise encouragement.
It's really nice. Oh God, I'm gonna cry again. Oh. Oh God, I just feel like there's far too much to take in. Oh well, get on with it, I think.
Kimberley's big night has finally arrived. Among those eagerly awaiting her performance tonight are a nervous Cheryl Cole and most of Kimberley's family.
I mean, it has been her dream for a long, long time. So it's like a dream come true for her.
I think at this moment in time, Kimberley, on a scale of 1 to 10, is going to be at 10 when it comes to nerves.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Queen's Theatre. Mr. Hammond and ladies and gentlemen of the orchestra, this is
With the show underway, it's soon time for the Lovely Ladies piece.
Kimberley, can I take you to the stage, please?
Try and go on and remember everything that they've said and get through this and then worry about the next bit after.
Even stokers need a little stoking.
Lovely ladies waiting in the dark, ready for a thick one or a quick one in the park.
Long time, short time, any time, my dear. Cost a little extra if you want to take all year.
Quick and cheap,
that's right, dearie, let him have the lot. That's right, dearie, show him what you've got.
Poor men, rich men, leaders of the land, see 'em with their trousers on, they're never quite as
Well done.
Oh, you're so nice, Mariano.
Really good. You'll be proud when you see it.
Okay.
You will be.
One down, one big one to go.
As the show draws to an end, it's almost time for Kimberley's big solo. From a childhood dream to play Éponine on the West End stage, to the last 2 weeks of intense training, this is the moment she's been waiting for.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cast of Les Misérables this evening have been joined by a very special guest. And it's always been her life's ambition to perform in Les Misérables in the West End. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kimberley Walsh from Girls Aloud is going to fulfill that passion. So, ladies and gentlemen, please a warm welcome to Kimberley Walsh, singing On My Own.
Guys, I don't know how you do that every night. God, that was so scary. I'm still shaking.
I think she did a great job out of it, so hats off and congratulations to her.
I was like this at the back, but no, it's very good. Really happy.
You did it. I'm really proud of you. Crying anyway. I am absolutely blown away. Like, I just can't believe what she's just done.
It's always something she wanted to do, so I'm glad I was here.
Nobody can tell me that's easy because it's really, really not. But it was good. And I'm pleased that I did it, and I think, you know, I've had 2 weeks practice. Maybe with 2 years I might not be so nervous. But it was good, and I'm gonna go and have a drink and relax because I am done.
ITV.com has exclusive clips of the girls and highlights from the show at itv.com/music.